clothes?
Oh, in a neat pile at the foot of the bed. I trust Mrs. Willie's leaving.
Yes.
Then who's that?
He just comes with the suite. That's all. You go on next door, Nurse Foster, and I'll come back. I'll come back. I just put it on. Oh my God!
I remember why I came to Westminster.
Nurse Foster! Get up! Oh God!
Oh, what happened, George?
Oh, the usual.
Oh, what a kiss, George!
George, the debate is going on disastrously over there. Who the hell is that?
Nurse Foster.
You don't waste much time, do you? And why isn't he in bed?
I don't know.
How many pills did you give him?
One.
One pill?
One bottle.
Well, I can't stay here. The debate is just going on disastrously over there for the government.
Well, things are going pretty disastrously for everybody over here.
Well, did you see my wife home?
No, which is why you have got to get her dressed and take her home. Ronnie fell into the hotel swimming pool, and the manager has gone down to call security.
Oh. Out you come, Pamela.
In you go, Gladys.
Oh, good evening, Richard.
Good evening, Pamela. Would you please put your clothes on and go home as soon as possible?
Who's that?
That's George's brother, Fred.
I didn't even know George had a brother.
Well, Fred came over to see George on his way to Felixstowe to see Bert.
Bert?
That's George's other brother.
You've got two brothers.
I have three, actually. But I'm not talking to the third one.
What's the matter with Fred?
Fred had far too much champagne to drink at George's wedding.
Oh my God!
George's what?
George got married this morning. Didn't you, George?
I suppose I did.
Ah, what a sly old devil you are, George. What exactly is your bride's name?
Felixstowe.
What?
No! They met in Felixstowe. Her name is Ivy. Now, hurry up, Pamela.
Well, Ivy doesn't seem to be very much in attendance, is she? Where exactly is the lucky lady?
Well, she's playing hide and seek.
Hide and seek?
Well, Pamela, please get dressed and go home.
My wife's giving me the bloody slip again.
What?
Do you mind, Mr. Worthington?
Yes, I do bloody mind.
Richard?
Yes, sweetie.
Who's that?
Never mind who I am. You'd better pull yourself together. Can't you give him something, Doctor?
Doctor?
Oi, Dr. Livingston!
Oh!
You had better give him something to wake him up. I need him for my evidence.
Evidence?
Now, where's my wife hiding?
Well, Ronnie and his wife are also playing hide and seek.
Who exactly is Ronnie?
Ronnie is on the bride's side. He's married to one of Ivy's cousins.
Yes, but he called George Dr. Livingston.
That's right.
Why did he do that?
Why did he do that, George?
Because that's who I am. Dr. Livingston, Fred and Bert's brother, and half-brother to Tricky Dicky.
God knows where my wife is.
It can't be all that serious now, can it?
Can't be serious.
It's only a game.
Only a game. Mr. Willie.
Why don't you give him a drink, George?
George.
Yes, let Mr. Pigton here give you a drink.
Are you George Pigton?
Beg your pardon?
Are you bloody George Pigton?
Bloody George, yes.
He's the one who's been screwing my chain.
What?
It's a phrase in carpentry.
It's a phrase used in the Westminster Hotel. He's the one who's been trying to get in bed with my wife.
I assure you that I have not been getting into bed with anybody's wife.
No, I suppose even George would stop at having an affair with your wife's cousin.
Now you look here. Wife's cousin?
Your wife is one of Ivy's cousins, isn't she?
Ivy.
That's right. You're Ronnie Worthington. That explains everything.
Does it?
Tell him, George.
Ronnie, your wife has a mother, doesn't she?
Yes.
Oh, good. Well, your wife's mother has a sister who has some children, and one of them is a girl called Ivy, who I got married to this morning.
I don't get it.
Well, it's pretty simple. I'm going to show you.
Have George invited your wife over for George's wedding reception?
Why wasn't I invited?
Because it's only for close family, Ronnie.
I think I'm going to sort this out with Jane.
Who's Jane?
Well, no trick questions, please.
Jane is Ronnie's wife, isn't she?
Yes. I'm married to the sister of a brother whose wife's mother has a few daughters, one of whom got married to the man who works for Mr. Willie.
I hope he looks down before he gets delusion.
Well, Pamela, now, you please get dressed. I've got to go to the House of Commons. The Prime Minister is waiting for me.
Willie!
Oh!
I thought you'd like to know that Ronnie and I are going to be okay.
Good.
We just met in the corridor, and I could tell that he was really pleased to see me.
That was Jane.
Ah!
Now, Pamela, would you please get dressed and make your way to the visitors' gallery of the House of
No,
Commons?
I think I'd rather stay here and meet Ivy.
Meet Ivy?
To congratulate her.
Well, Ivy doesn't want to meet you, Pamela, and I don't want you to meet Ivy either.
Why on earth not?
Well, it's like this. Ivy and I just don't get along. I'm sorry, George. I find her belligerent, bombastic, and totally without charm.
But I like her.
Richard! That's not a very nice thing to say.
Well, it's like this. I find her very ugly, George.
Richard!
Pamela, I'm a forthright man.
Did you let Ivy know how you feel?
Of course, I told her, didn't I, George?
Yes, he told her. You're bloody ugly, Ivy.
Well, no wonder the poor girl's hiding. You go and find her, George.
Pamela!
I'll be around as soon as I've said hello to Ivy. You carry on. The Prime Minister must be getting impatient.
George, I think our situation has deteriorated.
Deteriorated? Do you have any idea what you've done to me? And what about poor Nurse Foster?
She's in the cupboard. She'll keep.
But I have to take her home, and what about my poor mother?
Will you stop worrying about your mother and Nurse Foster? Mrs. Willie won't leave this suite until we produce Ivy.
Well, in that case, she's in for a very long wait.
Well, we can produce Ivy.
We can?
Nurse Foster in the cupboard.
Mr. Willie!
Mr. Willie!
Oh,
I remember why...
Mr. Willie!
George, if Nurse Foster is willing to make mad, passionate love to you, she'll do anything for you. Now all you have to do is go and tell her what to do.
Mr. Willie, haven't you ruined enough lives for one evening already?
George, the Prime Minister is waiting for me.
He's come to collect you.
Oh,
I got here as soon as I could.
I didn't call for you.
Oh, I figured there's some sort of crisis going on.
What do you mean?
You need a Mrs. Ivy Pigden, don't you?
That's right. How did you know?
I was listening from the keyhole. All right, close your eyes. Ta-da!
Who the hell is she?
This is your erstwhile chambermaid, Maria.
What the hell are you talking about?
Look, Mrs. Willie won't leave until she meets Ivy Pigden. So, meet Ivy Pigden.
Get her out of here immediately!
George, have you found Ivy? Oh, Richard, you're still here.
I was just hanging about for you, my precious.
I told you I'd be along as soon as I said hello to Ivy.
You see?
Oh.
Say hello to Ivy. I told you she was bloody ugly.
Richard. Well, hello, Ivy.
You've said hello to Ivy, so let's...
Say hello to Ivy!
Pamela has already said hello to Ivy!
What's going on, George?
Ask the vicar.
Vicar? Who exactly is that, George?
Well, I'm Nurse Foster.
Nurse Foster?
Well, we couldn't find a matron of honor, so we got the next best thing. Now, you've said hello to Ivy.
You must be so thrilled, Ivy.
Ivy doesn't speak any English.
I am sorry to interrupt whatever is going on in here. But if this room is not vacated in the next 5 minutes, my security will come and arrest all of you. And when you leave, Mr. Pigden, take your brother with you.
Oh, that's all right. Fred and I are going to Bert's wedding.
Bert's wedding?
Yes, the Pigdens are potty about weddings.
The Pigdens are potty, full stop. And Cromwell, why do I always keep finding you here?
Just lucky, I suppose, sir.
And what are you doing here dressed like that, Maria?
Maria? But I thought her name was Ivy.
Oh, yes, it is. Ivy Maria.
Richard, why is the manager taking Ivy off like that?
The Prime Minister's waiting for me,
But
Pamela.
Richard, why is
Mr. Willie, shall I continue receiving my emolument?
For Mr. Pigden.
Right. On second thought, I think a monthly banker's order would be much better.
What am I going to tell Mother about all this, Mr. Pigden?
Well, for one, you can tell her that I've found the girl that I want to marry.
You have you?
Yes,
And who might that be, may I ask?
it's you. You've been magnificent this evening.
Me?
Yes, what a woman.
Have I, Mr. Pigden?
Yes.
You've been pretty magnificent yourself.
Oh, Nurse Foster. Oh, Nurse Foster. Oh, Nurse Foster.
Mrs. Baker!
Med bed now? Oh, see.
No, E.
Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as the wind. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think.
I'm the hotel's manager, the captain of the ship. Mr. and Mrs. Pigden have given me the slip.
My wedding suit and wheelchair have made me pots of money, and now I own this hotel, and my friend, you work for me.
Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the blink. The years go by as quickly as the wind. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think.
I want to take my clothes off for that passionate love.
I also take my clothes off for his naked alluring love.
I really love my mother, and as innocent as a dove. With these two women running after me, oh help me, Lord above.
Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the blink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think.
I am MP Willie, they call me Tricky Dicky.
You've been screwing my chain!
Oh, it's strictly carpentry.
My Worthingtons are worthy, but George, I did you a favor.
You call yourself conservative? How come she's in labor?
Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think.
Willie called me Harrington, sometimes they call me Fred. Oh, window, that window, I always end up there.
Harold calls me Maria. Pig Dad calls me Ivy. Non capisco. My name is Gayathri.
Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think.
You laughed out loud, and now we've got to go. We've played 3 days, this was our final show. If you can lend a helping hand, just let us know. We'd like to take this play to places for people you may know.
Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think.
Come on, join us.
It's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I finally, after the final show, just received the earful from the cast. Yeah. So thank you. It's been a spectacular 3 days performing for all you people. We would now like to introduce you to our delightful cast and crew. And I'm going to begin with the most important cog in the wheel. Without her, the doors wouldn't have opened on time. Put your hands together for Nirupama. Yes, we do something to Nirupama every day. So let me get back to the cast and I'll come back, right? Beginning, Balaji Moorthy. Roshan Poncha. Prashanth Oliver. Well, she needs no introduction. She's done it herself. Gayathri. Ameera de Costa. My wife. Radhakrishnan. And Deepa Nambiar. And our delightful clothes hanger. We had him hung in the cupboard. Harish. I'm the only one who had multiple changes. He started with fully clothed and finished up with nothing. Rohan. And Yohan, Chacko. Now for the rest of the crew, let me begin by the person who played our 11th character, the window, Mrudula. The lady who gave the window the voice, Vidhya. Ilyaan, who helped with all the costumes and everything behind. And making his debut backstage, Dhruv. The door as well. He's my son. On the sound cues, Ruthva. Our makeup was done by Persis Shahzad Nogrelia. He isn't here, unfortunately. Without our stage manager, we are nothing. Big hand to Gopi Nair. And my friend, my everything for everything on stage, the sets, the lights, the sound, Victor Paulroy. The costumes, I don't think she's here. The costumes were done by Kamala Krishnaswamy, my sister. Carrying on, we'd also like to say a big thank you to Sujit Panikar for doing the photographs and the videos. We'd also like to thank the Crown Plaza for helping us with our props. We'd like to thank Sir M. Venkata Rao School, T. Nagar, for giving us rehearsal space to work with. And most of all, it gives me great pride to be able to present this production, this play, in front of my first ever director. Mr. Ignatius, who was my schoolmaster in my 6th standard. Well, what more can we say, ladies and gentlemen? It's been a spectacular 3 days. It's really reassuring to see all of you turn out in your large numbers. We are looking forward to putting up this production again, and like we said, if you can lend us a helping hand, we would really appreciate it. We want to perform here and anywhere else as well. So please do find out if you can take us somewhere. We do not want to put this play to sleep yet. Do we agree on that?
Yes.
Yeah! Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
And our director, Nilu.
Okay, just thought I'd tell you, we're done. You can go home. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good night. Thank you.